Good morning, students. I am very much happy to be connected with you in this online learning platform. I hope you are all doing good. Our subject, environmental science, is not a difficult one, but this is the most important one. To protect the environment, to create awareness among the public about the protection of our environment, to preserve the serenity of our Mother Earth, to conserve the natural resources for the future generation. So, these are all the main objectives of learning environmental science. Securing marks is the secondary objective. So, to have a good knowledge about our subject, we should know about the terms involved in it and the concepts involved. First, we are going to see about ecosystem, which is nothing but the interaction among the biotic and abiotic components. And before entering into the detailed study of ecosystem, we should know about the structure of ecosystem. So it consists of two main components, biotic components and the abiotic components. Biotic components are the living organisms, abiotic components are the non-living things. They are interacting with one another and they are exchanging energy and matter. The climatic factors, edaphic factors or soil factors, geographical factors, nutrients, energy consumed or energy produced, and all other non-living constituents are collectively called abiotic components. The abiotic components are classified into two types: physical components and chemical components. Sunlight, soil, humidity, water flow, air, rainfall, etc. are physical components, whereas the chemical components are classified into two major types as inorganic and organic components. Carbohydrates, proteins, lipids. These are all falls under organic components. The inorganic components are classified into two major types as macro and micro. The macronutrients which are available or needed in large quantity, the micronutrients which are available or needed in less quantity. The biological components or the living components or the living things such as plants, animals and microorganisms are collectively called biotic components. They are classified into three types: autotrophs or producers, heterotrophs or consumers, reducers or decomposers. Autotrophs are nothing but green plants, algae, and some types of bacteria. Animals and birds are heterotrophs. Microorganisms are decomposers. Now we are going to see about the autotrophs or producers in details. So, living organism which produces or synthesizes or manufactures its own food are called autotrophs. The autotrophs are classified into two main types as photoautotrophs and chemoautotrophs. From the name itself, we are very much aware that photoautotrophs are actually producers which produces its own food using sunlight, and carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, the pigment as catalyst by a process called photosynthesis. So this is the normal photosynthetic equation in which the carbon dioxide is converted into carbohydrate in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and oxygen is also emitted. So green plants, large trees, bushes, thorns, or any plants which containing green pigment called chlorophyll produces its carbohydrate via this equation. And chemoautotrophs are organisms which produces its own food through a chemical reaction in the absence of light or sunlight. So the process is called chemosynthesis and the organisms are called chemosynthetic organisms. So here we have shown an example in which the hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide is converted into carbohydrate, and this is one type of chemosynthesis. There are so many types available. We have only given one example here. So Epsilon proteobacteria, iron oxidizing bacteria, purple S bacteria are the best examples of chemoautotrophs, which produces its own food through a chemical reaction. And the next biotic component is consumer, or which is otherwise known as heterotrophs. They are organisms which depend other organisms for their food. Actually, the consumers are classified into three major types as herbivores, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. The herbivores are otherwise known as primary consumers, which directly depends on producers for their food. Example, rabbit, rat, deer, insects, etc. And the secondary consumers are otherwise known as primary carnivores. We know that carnivores are meat eaters. These secondary consumers feed directly on herbivores. Example for secondary consumers are frogs, small reptiles, small fishes, crabs, etc. And the next one, tertiary consumers are secondary carnivores. Again, these are meat eaters. The tertiary consumers feed on both secondary consumers as well as primary consumers. So hence they are called as secondary carnivores. So tiger, lion, snake, big fish, vulture are the best examples for tertiary consumers. And the last biotic component of the ecosystem, decomposers. They decompose the dead and decayed vegetable animal matters and recycle the nutrients into the soil. So bacteria, fungi, mushrooms, molds, lichens, these are the examples of decomposers. They helps in getting the nutrient of the soil back from the vegetable or animal matters. So hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you have any doubt, please ask in the group. Thank you.